Hi guys, this is Betamax Man. We're going to take a look at my Walt Disney collection. Before we do that, I thought I would show you something. We got our first snowfall for this winter, and it is snowed last night, and it's you know, the clouds are starting to get blue up there, so I think that the snow is probably not going to last too long. It might last a day, maybe two, but I just thought it was cool that we got some snow, and I wish that that the snow would have came on like Christmas Eve or something, you know, but that's okay. It actually did start snowing last night, so it was technically still Christmas when it started to snow. Anyway, let's take a look at the Walt Disney collection that I have on LaserDiscs. A lot of you guys liked my videos showing my various different collection on various different formats, because I have a lot of different formats that I show. But if you are familiar with my channel and you're familiar with me, you'll know that I am a huge LaserDisc fan. I love LaserDisc ever since I was a little kid. I've loved it, but you know, the price was just too expensive, because my dad wanted to buy LaserDiscs back in the 90s, but he actually, as far back as the 80s, but he never did because they were so expensive. He just didn't want to spend the kind of money that they were asking, you know, because back in the 80s, LaserDiscs, they were costing anywhere from, you know, $60 to, you know, $100. You know, and some of them were priced a lot lower than that, but a lot of the titles, you know, that were real popular, you know, like the Star Trek, for instance, they wanted a lot of money back then for a LaserDisc, and he just wasn't going to spend the money to get one. But first time I saw LaserDisc was in high school. My science teacher, Mr. Flynn, he had a collection of LaserDiscs, and he had a science video. He had a lot of science videos on LaserDisc, and he had a Pioneer LaserDisc player, and he was showing it on a Magnavox TV, and so that kind of stayed with me, you know. That was the first time I seen LaserDisc in real life, in real person, you know, because when I was a kid, I heard about them, and I knew they existed, and you know, my father wanted one, but he just didn't want to pay the price for it. But you know, it was like the first time I experienced LaserDisc. It was in that science class, and back in maybe I was a sophomore or junior in high school. This is back in the real early 2000s, like, I don't know, 2003, 2004, somewhere around in there. This is back when I was in high school. And anyway, so let's get on with the showing of the collection. So I've got them upside down because I've got them in a certain order, and I want to keep them that way. So we're just going to do it this way. So I'll show you this. Of course, Mary Poppins. which is a okay film. I thought it was stupid, but I didn't like it at all, but some people did. And it's got 2 discs in there. Disc 1 and disc 2. We have one of my favorites. This is Cool Runnings. This is a really cool film, you know, and it's got some actors in here that I liked. This was about a bobsled team, and people were from Jamaica that were, it's got John Candy in it, which was one of my favorite actors. Here is a Japanese LaserDisc, Mulan. Now, I bought this film thinking that it was going to have English audio track, but it does not. It only has Japan language. There is no other language. I checked both of the channels, sound channels, and they were all Japan. So there was no releasing of this. There was probably, I mean, I know that there is an American release of this movie, but trying to find it is like finding a needle in a haystack. It's something that I just don't know if I'm going to ever come across, but I'm going to keep looking. And obviously I have the disc, and I could probably put subtitles. It might have English subtitles, I don't know. But this was one of my favorite films, and I have it on LaserDisc, but very disappointed when I found out that this Japanese release did not have an audio, English audio, because not all of them did. Not all of the Japan discs had English soundtrack. Some of the Japan discs will have both the English and the Japanese audio. And a lot of times, if it has English audio, it'll have Japanese subtitles. And you can't get rid of the subtitle, but at least you can watch the film. And the Japanese subtitles don't bother me too bad, because they typically put the subtitles where the black bar is on the screen, where you got the black bars on the top and the bottom, because it's a widescreen release. And they usually put them on the black bar part. So that was very smart, because that way you're not getting subtitles in your picture. Let me show you one of my other favorite. I've actually got this one on Betamax as well, but I've got it on LaserDisc now too. The Aristocats. And this one's in really good shape because I bought it as a sealed disc. A lot of my Disney films are sealed. This was the Aristocats. And I have 2 of these for some reason. Beauty and the Beast. And these are just pan and scan releases. I believe they do have a widescreen release of this film. You just have to find them, but they do have widescreen releases of these films. So, and then we have one of my personal favorites, The Lion King. Now, this is letterboxed. So, I don't have any of the CAV versions. I only have the CLV versions, but I might get into collecting some of the CAV boxed sets. I would like to get the boxed set of The Lion King. Now, a cool thing is, I ordered The Lion King Simba's Pride on LaserDisc. And that one is very hard to find on LaserDisc. And that one is a Japanese release, but it's a Japanese disc, so it's actually coming from Japan. So when I get the Simba's Pride on the LaserDisc from Japan, when it comes over here, it'll be about another week or two, and I'll get it, and I will show you that disc. And that one has English audio with Japanese subtitles. So, The Lion King, very good. And I try to keep some of my, Disney discs are in these protective sleeves, which I need to just order some, because I'd like to put the sleeves on all of my Disney tapes, Disney discs, not tapes, discs. The Jungle Book, which is a good one. Also have this on LaserDisc. Most of these I actually have, not Betamax. I meant to say Betamax. Yes, I have it on LaserDisc, but I have it on Betamax. And a lot of these titles I do have on Beta as well. Jungle Book. And then we have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is the CLV releasing. And a very good quality movie. Another favorite from my childhood. One that my sister used to play all the time. Pocahontas. And it's letterboxed. But my dad purchased Pocahontas on VHS, and my sister played it so many times that she wore out the tape. Hey, it's snowing. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's snowing again. See? See the snowflakes? Snowing again. So the weather report says showers on and off. And it looks like it is snowing again. So that is cool. Anyway, my sister wore out the tape because she literally played this thing like every day. She was always wanting to play this particular film. And I don't know why she liked it so much, but she did. Okay, I have this one on Betamax as well. Aladdin. Yeah, this one I believe was 91 or 92 movie when this came out. This is Aladdin, and I have this one I have on Beta, and Return of Jafar, I have that one on Beta as well. But I don't have this one because this was never released on Beta, because this was when after Beta had died when this movie came out. You couldn't even special order this movie on Beta at that point. But yeah, you could get it on VHS if you wanted. The King of Thieves. So I'll show you the back of Return of Jafar. Like I said, I need to buy sleeves and put these in there. I try to buy them brand new, you know. Some of these discs, the covers are bent on some of them. But I try to keep them in good shape. This is Robin Hood. I love this one. This one was cool. I like this particular movie. I have that on beta as well, and also this one, Sleeping Beauty. I actually bought this on beta that it was sealed. I had bought some used copies of this film on beta, and then I bought a sealed beta copy, and that is now up on my shelf. And that sealed copy, I unwrapped it and watched it once, and probably will not watch it much because I want to keep the tape in good shape. So I'll just watch it on LaserDisc if I want to watch that film. Let me show you the back. So okay, here's one I got on beta as well. The Sword in the Stone. This one's alright. This one was an okay film. I wasn't too much of a fan of it. Oh, here's one I have on Betamax as well. DuckTales the movie. Treasure of the Lost Lamp. And I think I bought this one used because I don't think I was able to get a sealed copy of that one. If I can get them sealed, I buy them that way. Oh yeah, here's a good one too. Hunchback of Notre Dame. And of course, this is a widescreen. Most of the 90s Disney movies on LaserDisc were all widescreen release. They didn't have full screen for that movie on LaserDisc as far as I know. Or if they did have, I haven't seen one. Here's a movie that's really neat. Fantasia. And this is, I believe, a 2-disc set. If I remember right. This is, yeah, it looks like it's this. I think it is a 2-disc set, so. But, it's probably got, the second disc has probably got special features or something. But I bought this movie like 2 or 3 times sealed, and every one that I've got has laser rot. So laser rot is very common for this particular movie, and I don't know why. But there's a high rate of laser rot when you buy this film. So maybe the CAV version is better, and I think I might buy the CAV version and see if that one has laser rot. But it just seems to be the CLV releases of the Fantasia that have, like I said, I bought it 2 or 3 times. They were all sealed, and they all had some form of rot. But this is the better of all 3 of them. This one has laser rot, but it's not at a point, it's not where you can't watch it. It's just that when you're watching it, the video noise is very common, and the sound's not that great either, where the laser rot is on that one. But that one's the best of the best, and I have that on beta. Here's one I have on beta, The Rescuers. Yes, I know, I mentioned beta because I'm a huge beta fan as well. I'm a beta junkie. Betamax is the format of my choice, but I do love LaserDiscs just as much as I do my beta tapes. The Rescuers. I hope you guys enjoy this film. You know, I'm still working on the Sanyo 7200, trying to get that one up and going again, but get that one. So we'll have this as a filler video. And The Rescuers Down Under. This was a sealed copy that I purchased. And this one I have on beta as well. Here's a good one. Lady and the Tramp. This is, of course, the pan and scan release. So are these. These are pan and scan as well. So, I don't mind the pan and scan versions. I actually prefer the pan and scan, but for somebody who is a purist, you'd want the widescreen release, which they do have the widescreen of Lady and the Tramp. This was probably one of Disney's most popular movies, I would say. Oh, here's a cool one. I forgot I had this one. The Spirit of Mickey. His Most Treasured Moments. And I believe I have this on VHS. I do have it on VHS. I think this was a 90s release. Like a 1998 release or something. Of course, it's got the original, it's got the original Mickey Mouse cartoons on it. It's just that this particular title, The Spirit of Mickey, was released in the late 90s. So, that one I actually forgot that I had, I think. And here's one, The Great Mouse Detective. That one is a good one as well. I need to get a protective sleeve and put on all my Disney films. Yes, I have that one on beta. They did have this on beta, but it's very hard to find. And here is The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I have this on beta as well. And another one I have on beta. This is one of my favorites, 101 Dalmatians. From the 60s, 1965, I believe. When this one came out, it's got a little tear on the outer sleeve, but the disc is in fantastic shape. And we have this one I just recently got in a few days ago. Toy Story. And this is a letterboxed edition. I believe this is 1994, 93 or 94 when this film... No, maybe it was 95. I think it was 95. Yeah, because I had this on VHS. But, yep. Toy Story. If you want to watch the pan and scan release, the only way you're going to watch this one in pan and scan is going to be on VHS. Because the LaserDiscs and the DVDs all have the letterboxed edition of this movie. And then here's one that I just got in, not too long ago. Tailspin. And it's got like 4 episodes. But this one's titled Wise Up and then Search for the Lost City. There's either 3 or 4 episodes. And one side has one show and the other side has the other, of course. And I'm wanting to get more of these on LaserDisc because they released the whole series on LaserDisc. It's just, as far as I know, and then they only ran for like 2 or 3 seasons. It didn't, I think this just didn't go over as well as Disney thought it was. I mean, I think it's a very cool cartoon. It's a cartoon I grew up watching. I remember watching this when I was little, and I remember when this show first came out. Yeah, that's how old I am. I know, I remember when this first came out, this series. So, that one is cool. And, yeah, so there's my LaserDisc collection, and hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing this fantastic collection. And these are the most recent two that I got in the mail, and of course this one was sealed, which I have, and there we go. And this is my Disney collection. So I keep my Disney LaserDiscs separate from the other LaserDiscs because I put these on a different shelf, because these are in a category all on their own. You know, I just love the Disney movies. You know, as a kid, it brings me back to a place where I was very happy. And, you know, it takes me back to when my father was still alive. And, yeah, just this show right here takes me back. You know, back to the 80s and 90s. So, anyway, yes, I do know that. I know that I don't look 35, but I am. I actually had somebody ask me, oh, what high school do you go to? And I'm like, what? I went to high school in like 17 years. Like, what? You know? But, you know, it's like, yeah, it's crazy. But, yeah, I'm cursed with this face that makes me look younger than I actually am. So I think it's a curse, but anyway. So, there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this collection of LaserDiscs as much as I have enjoyed showing them to you. If you would like to see my other LaserDisc collection, let me know. If there's something you want to see. I recently started collecting the Star Trek Next Generation, because that was one that I grew up with as well. And that show came out in the late 80s, and so I remember that show very well because my dad would watch it and my uncle would watch it. Now, my uncle lived about 10 blocks down, so at one time we lived very close to my uncle, and of course my uncle recorded all of the Star Trek Next Generation on videotape. He has them on VHS because he was also a VHS guy. But you know, there was a couple of family members, family friends. One of them, his name was John, and he had Beta. He bought Beta, and back when it first came out, he paid like $2,000, almost $2,000 for his first, the first Beta machine, which was the, and I think it wasn't the console, it was the first standalone Beta, which was the SL7200 that he would have bought back in the 70s. So he's a family friend. Of course, he moved away, well, you know, quite a while ago, but he was a friend of my uncle, and my father knew him as well, but he was more friends with my uncle than he was anybody else. But yeah, he had Beta. He was one of the family friends that I can think of that had the Beta format. So anyway, so I will see you later. Bye bye.